Morning, everybody. It's been a couple of weeks since I've posted the daily video. I'm taking a step back just so that I can reorganize and make sure that what I'm posting is impactful. And I'll be back soon because there's a lot going on and it's too important for us to miss any of this. But for today, what I want to talk about right now is how data can be used for good and how you can use data for positive impact and change in your organization towards being more diverse. Because right now, silence is complicity. Remaining silent is not the answer. And it's time for every single one of us to speak up and say that Black lives do matter. So the first thing I want to cover off on is keeping things simple and focused by saying, here's what not to do. I'm going to give you two things not to do. I'm going to give you two things that you can do. So here's first thing not to do. So don't use data and algorithms to further target unequal treatment for minorities. A good example of this is that every single platform that we're on right now, LinkedIn, and all our social media platforms, all of them, they use your data patterns and your habits to continually direct content to you that you are more likely to engage with, and it further perpetuates the bubble in which you live. So that means is that if you have a certain belief and you have a certain interest level, you're going to click on articles and content that support that belief because it's a natural habit to do. So that means that it perpetuates the cycle of which then you are continually served that information, and further confirming beliefs that may not always be accurate. So here's the thing that I'll tell you is be conscious of that. Be conscious of how these platforms work, and be conscious of the fact that the more you lean into a certain topic or a certain belief, the more content will be served to you, and actively take actions against that. Search out information that contradicts what you typically see every day. David Foster Wallace, in his commencement speech, This is Water, talks about how education actually helps you serve that purpose. The real value of your liberal arts education is that it challenges you on how to better think. Malcolm Gladwell preaches against this, and he calls it the lizard brain. He says, it's so easy to let your brain just continually confirm what you believe to be true. So actively seek this out. Don't just let these platforms do your thinking for you. Seek out different content and diverse content. The second thing not to do, don't use data to confirm inaccurate beliefs and perpetuate inequality, right? It is, again, seems simple, but it's not. So if you, for example, have a program that reports out on crime in a certain neighborhood, the more crime is reported in the neighborhood, the more police you send. The more police you send, the more crime is reported. And this disproportionately affects minority areas because you have increased police presence. So that means that more crime is recorded. It doesn't actually mean that crimes aren't being committed in other parts of your city or in other areas. What it likely means is that your measurement is off, that you are disproportionately measuring more volume because you're paying closer attention to areas that you think will be problematic, and you're missing out on other things that are happening within your city. So be conscious of how you are allocating your resources and how you are measuring these, and how you are applying measurement to these areas, and understand that goes for, I've used the crime in a city, but understand that goes for data and your ad targeting as well. It does. So how are you focusing and questioning that? Because here's what you can do. You can, first of all, use data to promote good and ask the right questions. And that's what we're talking about here. If you have data on lower income areas, ask how you can take steps to help, not hurt, not exploit. Use data to insights to understand areas of need and how you can help make things better. One really big way that you can do this right now is within your own company. Challenge your company to say, what are our diversity levels right now? What kind of diversity do we have right now within our company? And when you and don't just look across your team and say, oh, I think that's about right. Here's the time to use data for this. And when you pull the data, and if you see that you lack diversity, that there is massive inequality in your numbers, then put a concrete plan in place to fix it. And don't just fix it in a, oh, if we hire minorities, it'll fix this. No, you have to change your company culture as well. And data can help you to make sure that, first of all, you understand that there is a problem, and then can help you put a plan in place for how to solve this problem and how to track your success rates against this. And I mean actually fix it, don't just tokenize it. Huge thing that you can do. Data is a powerful tool, right? Data is a super powerful tool, and it can be used to help, it can be used to hurt. But being conscious of that and understanding that how you apply data can affect minorities, and it does every single day. Then changing that, actively changing that, and understanding what you're doing will go a long way to help these situations. And for all of my minority friends, my minority colleagues, for those that I know, those I don't know, those I've never met, I just want to say I'm sorry. I am sorry for any time you have been treated differently because of the color of your skin. It's not right. And it is long past time to make a change to make this better. Your life matters. So thank you everybody for joining me, and I will see you again very soon.